Hello again and welcome back to the ADEPT tutorials. In this tutorial we'll be going over filters and how we can use those to our advantage. We're going to start up ADEPT in the same way we did in the advanced tutorial with the star.txt or in the basic, however you like, just as long as we have all 10 of the sample input files. So the filters, the way this works is if you have a large amount of files and you don't want to really be extracting data from all of them, but you're not exactly sure which ones have what information you're looking for. Um, for example, in this situation, the way my sample inputs are named, it gives away some of their values, such as beta and U in a couple of these. But it doesn't have things like, say, kinetic energy, if I wanted kinetic energy to be within a certain bound, or maybe I wanted a certain random number seed. Um, Things that aren't necessarily in the naming convention, so normally you would have to look through each and every file to see what you want. Instead, we can use this filter manager. So we'll go ahead and open up Manage Filters. And here we have, it's put together and very similar to the variable menu. Instead of add variable, we have add filter. And here we have the list of files that pass through all the filters. Currently, these filters are only done with an AND logic. They have to pass through filter 1 and filter 2 and filter 3, etc. Later, we may be implementing an OR logical operator. So you could say that the filter has to pass through either u equals 3 or u equals 4, or something of the sort, and you could compare like that. So let's go ahead and dive right in. We can see just from our naming convention, in fact, we'll go ahead and just to be 100% clear, we'll go ahead and use beta as our filter. So we click beta, and we've got betas ranging from 0.25 to 16. Let's say that maybe we only want these 16. We just want these 3 files here, and say that we couldn't see it in the naming convention. Just pretend that beta 16 isn't there. So we'll go ahead and do extend it. We'll find it. These are the same exact variable menus as we have in here. They're the same exact menus, same exact data elements. So we'll go ahead and get beta there. And we'll do beta is equal to 16. And then we hit enter. And now we only have these 16 files in our filtered list. So for right now, we'll go ahead and close this. Now you may notice that there are only three rows here now, which is correct. That's what we want. We only want to use those 3 files. But in this left panel, we still have all 10. Now that's because there are 2 lists that are maintained by ADEPT. There's the full file list, and then there's the filtered file list. So if we were to look up here, you have the show full file list, which is on by default, and then we have the show filtered file list. So here we have only those files that pass through each filter. Now if we were to go into Manage Filters and get rid of this one filter, then all of the files are back. And it shows that in the filtered list, and obviously the file list is fine as it is. So we'll go ahead and add filter again. Now let's try and find something a bit more useful. Let's say we'll stick with the kinetic energy. I like that one. And just to know a good value to use, we'll go ahead and find the average of it. So the average, if you remember from the last tutorial, from the advanced tutorial, is this second from the bottom here. So we're going to use, let's say, negative 1.22 for our filter. We want, say, everything above that. So we'll go ahead and choose kinetic energy, and we'll say everything above, everything greater than negative 1.22, and hit enter. So it looks like there are three files which work like that. And we can go ahead and show those file names even though we have them in the list there. And we can see maybe if we want to compare kinetic energy to beta, say. There we go. So it looks like maybe those low betas may have a correlation with kinetic energy there. Okay, and like I said before, we can add in multiple filters here. Say we only want, maybe just the betas that are, uh, say, less than 1. Go ahead and do that. And now the one that had the file that had a beta equal to 1 is now gone. So again, like I said, that's that AND logic. And there are a few logical operators that we can use here. There's equal, greater than, less than equal, less than, and then not equal here at the bottom. All right, and I believe that is it for filters. It's a useful tool if you have a large amount of files. Very useful for if you have a lot of files and need only a few. So in our next tutorial, we'll be going over variable lists and how to use the custom variables. And when we do get these custom variables in, you can also use those for your filters. So say if you wanted, say the square root of some value as your filter, you could use that as well. So join us for the next one and stay tuned.